All of the combines have grain on it, and that is coming straight for us. I am totally not looking forward to today. Well, it didn't rain last night. You know what that means. We gotta do a 50 hour. Anyways, you'll get what I'm doing. I'm gonna put the camera down and do a 50 hour on all 3 combines. Alrighty, well, we're only down to roller bearings on all 3 headers. It's humid out here. I feel like I'm in South Texas. Let's go see what Mom's doing. What are you doing?
Editing.
Well, it looks like you're done with it.
Well, I'm watching it back. Get some clips.
What are you doing? Do I have grease on my back?
Yeah. Or it's more dirt. Yeah.
Do I remember the last time I did a 50 hour? I said on these roller bearings, you wait about 3 hours after they're due and they go out. We're about 8 hours past due yesterday. Roller bearings out. Oh my gosh. Does John Deere have better roller bearings, I wonder? Because this is ridiculous. Cody, have you watched Love Island?
No, heard of it. I've seen clips and that's gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I haven't seen clips, I've just seen people talking about it. Electric ratchet?
No, and Jeff's pickup. I saw this nice single axle Peterbilt service truck for sale. It was only 130 grand.
There's a red, I don't know, it's probably like a 450 or something. That had a big old service bed, crane, those red paint match crane at the car wash.
That'd be cool if it wasn't red.
No, it was pretty thin, even though it was red.
Am I gonna be a hand model?
Vogue better sign you.
That roller where that grass was packed in was hot.
Divs, come here. Hey, load up. Oh, good job. Oh my gosh, it's hot. I feel like you can wring sweat out of just every single piece of clothing I have. Well, servicing took longer than expected, but that is exactly why you service in the morning and why you go and check those things every 50 hours. If I were to kept on running with that bearing out, I could have potentially caught the wheat field on fire, as well as the header and the combine on fire, and it would have been a devastating accident. So it's a really good thing that I spotted that this morning while I was servicing, and we got that changed out before it was too late. But we're done. Everything looks good. We're gonna go cut today. This afternoon they're calling for a storm, so we're kind of gonna hurry up and get as much done as possible, because it's supposed to rain for like a week straight. So I know you are tired of me posting for a week and then being off for a week and then posting for a week. It gets kind of, you know, sporadic. Anyways, let's go cut some wheat. Moisture on the combine shows about 11 to 12%. Hopefully the elevator reads the exact same. Past couple of days we've been anywhere from half a point to about 5 points off, so there's kind of no telling. Dibs, he's being the captain of the combine right now, on lookout, making sure I'm up to par, I guess. So if you missed yesterday's video, you know that this block is 1,280 acres. So So that means it's 2 sections side by side planted through and through. So it's 2 miles long by a mile wide. Although it's 2 different farm numbers, so we're having to cut one section and then cut the other. Which, even if it was one farm number, we would still cut it in half and then just do it that way. Whenever we start in on one side and cut a mile down the row, we come out to being 88% full on our bins. So if you had 2 mile long rows, we couldn't make it all the way through with one bin full. We'd get full in the middle, and then we'd have to just, cut out a spot and dump on the grain cart, and that'd be super annoying. But we still have 315 acres left in the first section, and then we still have 640 in the other section. So there's still quite a bit of acres here. It's still going to take us all day today. If it doesn't rain, all day tomorrow, and then maybe the next day we may finish. I don't know. We'll have to see though. Today is the 11th. So hold on, let me see. I need a calendar. Yeah, in about 10 days, we're going to have to start packing up camp here and moving to Nebraska. What some of y'all may be asking, well, do y'all just leave the farmer high and dry? And the answer to that is no. Every single farmer that we've cut for so far here, other than the first guy, has had their own combine. So the farmer that we're cutting on right now has his own combines, as well as the next couple of farmers after that. We're cutting for maybe like 5 farmers here, so it's kind of sporadic and kind of hard to explain. But everyone has their own combines here. They just need help getting the weed out. So a good portion of custom harvesting is either a farmer doesn't have a combine because they don't want to, have a $60,000 combine payment a year to use it for a week and a half. And that's not even counting a grain cart, trucks, hoppers. I guess he already has a tractor because he's a farmer. Header. I mean, there's tons of other harvesting equipment that you need to get your weed out. So a good portion of our work either comes from farmers who don't want to buy all that equipment, as well as breakdowns and all of that, as well as hired men. I could go on forever about the cost of just harvesting. But also another good portion of our work is also just farmers needing help get their crop out. So they may have their own combines and grain carts and trucks and help like that. They just have way too many acres to cover for the equipment that they have in a timely manner for the weather. Does that make sense? I feel like it's a pretty good explanation. Also, if y'all watched the past couple of episodes, y'all know that my air conditioner has been squeaking. Today, I turned on the combine, it squeaked for a little bit, like maybe half a pass. Now it's not squeaking anymore. I guess I fixed it. Well, for lunch, we're being a little kid today. We got a Lunchable. I actually had one of these yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's been in the gas station for about a month because the cookie was stale. If anyone wants a comparison from dual knife to single knife drive on the MacDon headers, Mom has plugged her Sickle several times the past couple of days. Guess who hasn't? It's really this like grassy stuff right here. I mean, if you hit that at any sort of speed with a single knife, it just stops it instantly. This dual knife drive, I feel like it could cut a T-post in half and it still wouldn't get stopped up. Now, it may be kind of a pain in the butt whenever you break a section in the middle there, that's upside down and has those Allen headed bolts, or even if that wear strip or whatever tries to wear out. But you don't have to get out and unplug your Sickle, at least in the grassy areas.
Plug your Sickle?
Yeah. At least in the grassy areas. If it's just dry wheat or whatever, it's fine. A single knife is perfectly fine. But whenever you get into tougher cutting conditions like grass or sometimes even weeds, or maybe it's just damp outside, dual knife is definitely the king of cutting, through all of that stuff.
that washer all the way down and cut it off and retie it.
Evidently, Chris's return bungee needs to be adjusted. But anyways, we've been going back and forth. Nothing too exciting, I guess. I guess I can show y'all something really cool. If we go to the yield map here, so this is the entire section. So all of the like red and yellow pieces are like the bad weeds. So if you missed yesterday's video, I was saying how we were cutting out in the middle right here because it was bad weeds, and then, you know, we can tackle that during the daylight, and then we can do the, you know, the cleaner wheat, which is the stuff that we're working on right now. Like, there's not really much weeds out here. We can do that stuff during the night. So now you can visually see, you know, the weeds that we were cutting out last night, I guess. And then we worked on this last night. This morning we finished this side, and then now we're up here finishing this. Which I'm pretty sure it's supposed to start raining at 9 o'clock or something like that today. So by the time we get done with this section, it's gonna be like 8:30. Like, I'm not even joking. We're gonna be cutting it pretty close finishing here. But whenever we get finished here on this section, we have to jump over and do that other section. We're gonna be cutting that out probably while it's raining slash also it's gonna be nighttime. So that's gonna be pretty fun. But we're just staying alive at 3.5 here, just going up and down the field. The average is holding up throughout the field, which is kind of nice. I was hoping that this thing would make 70. We might get there. I don't know. It'll be really close if we can hit 70. We have 1, 2, 3, and like half a header worth. So we're done with this first section. And the yield has hit 70. Mom and Dad's combine are showing just a tad bit lower than that. Which, granted, the combines always show a little bit higher than what the actual yield is. If we had to guess, it probably would make anywhere from 60 to 65 bushel through this entire section, which is extremely good, considering that it's in West Texas and they normally don't make a crop. Big stretch. Huh. I have no idea how that happened. Well, Dad's cleaning up the last strip for this section. We still have to drive a mile down the field to go start the other one. But that gives me a good time to use bathroom. It's kind of windy out here. Bathroom didn't have running water, but at least the breeze is nice. This field made 70.9 is what I'm showing. That's definitely way higher than what it actually is. 10.3%, and I did 213.38 acres. I like to write down after every single field like my acres and all of that, because you never know whenever technology fails you and it just wants to wipe your entire acres for the job, and then you don't get paid. You know, it takes a minute to open up a section. So it takes 20 to 25 minutes, you know, going 1 mile in the combine. Because currently we're going 2.5 miles an hour at tops, like 3. Just 25 minutes down one side, 25 minutes, 25 minutes, 25 minutes. So an hour and a half later, we finally have this thing opened up. And I wish I could show you all the storm. It's actually behind me. I guess there's the side of it over there. But the rain is coming. I don't think it's going to be here until midnight. It's currently 9:30, and the elevator is trying to close. I think Harmon and Chris are getting unloaded right now, and Jesse just now got to the field, which Jesse's not going to make it because the elevator is closing after the trucks that are already there get dumped. With Jesse full right now, all of the combines are pretty much full right now, so that's another truck. So we have a truck and a grain cart to load, pretty much. Which, actually, I don't know if we're going to be loading the grain cart just yet, because if it does rain here, we can go to another farmer and cut for someone else. And it's handy to have the grain cart empty if you want to do that. Also, if it rains, up to inches, like they're calling for, having a loaded grain cart with, 60 to 65,000 pounds on it really isn't all too fun. But I guess we're gonna at least load one more truck. We'll see about the grain cart. That's really impressive whenever the spout just sits there and trickles wheat. Like, why? Why does it do that?
Your auger's spitting up.
I guess that's one good thing about either the new John Deere combines or Case's been doing it for a while, is their little tip-up spout, so it doesn't leak out. Well, I just finished up the turn rows. Mom and Dad have been going back and forth. I think they did like 2 rounds or something like that. It's 10 o'clock. It feels way too early to be quitting, but the wheat is yielding really good, so we fill everything up super quick. I think with all 3 combines rolling, I think we're doing like 4,200 bushel an hour, which is about max capacity for Cody. If it was making 10 bushel more than what it is out here, then Cody couldn't be able to keep up. Which, also being on a section and being a mile away from the trucks almost at all times, is also really hard to keep up with the grain cart. Well, the trucks are still trying to get dumped. The grain cart is completely loaded. Like, you can't even tarp it, it's loaded so much. And all of the combines have grain on it, and that is coming straight for us. Well, normally it's saved by the bell. In this instance, saved by the truck. I'm getting weather warnings on my phone. That's not good. We better dump this and get out of Dodge. Well, according to the radar, it may just nick us just a little bit. Actually, I kind of take that back. We're kind of in the middle of it, now that I zoom out. Yeah, it's probably going to start raining here in a little bit. I'm so tired of the rain. Why is it raining so much? But anyways, guys, I do think that's going to be it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.